Hello there. The apparatus shrines in Breath of the Wild are actually well designed, and you've been manipulated by a bad gimmick into thinking otherwise. Now, before everyone is filled with rage and starts leaving a scathing comment, let me explain. I am talking about the design and intent of these shrines is up to par, if not better, than many of the other shrines in this game. Not the motion controls themselves, those are absolute garbage, no one can refute that, and Nintendo should be embarrassed for using them. Gyro aiming is pretty cool though, it can stay. There are 5 apparatus shrines in the base game. Well, there is a 6th shrine with an apparatus in it, Kami Attack, but it's so easy to do without the apparatus that it just doesn't count. So much so that when my wife first played the game, she didn't even notice the apparatus was there. But for every motion control nightmare, there is a non-motion control shrine out there doing effectively the same puzzle, just better. This will allow us to further demonstrate that it's the motion controls people don't like and not the shrines themselves. So come on a journey with me and let's imagine a world where instead of jamming a gimmick down our throats, they simply remapped one of the analog sticks to the apparatus controller and slapped a limit on how far it could go. Myahm Agana, a shrine so notoriously frustrating that people flip the maze upside down and just flick the ball off, is reduced to a plastic maze toy. It becomes way more enjoyable, but is it the best? No. But it is bearable, and honestly it feels like it fits into the game better without it. And now it's just one of the many shrines that use our friend Jerry. Ridahi is a great example. Katosa Aug becomes a boring golf minigame. Man, Nintendo really loves golf, don't they? It definitely feels like this shrine was just slapped together. It's just a dumbed down, more boring version of Miro Shah's.
Kobe!
Ze Kasho becomes a regular old slide puzzle, and yet another kid's toy. These toy-like experiences are what I feel Nintendo was aiming for when they designed these shrines. But this second apparatus is actual trash. It's really hard to defend it when I was able to balance the Jerrys on the buttons and not solve the shrine. Come on Nintendo, I'm trying to defend your garbage out here, cut me some slack. For an example of a shrine handling multiple orbs, we have Sheem Dago's. Toto Sah becomes a traditional Zelda puzzle. Move thing, solve piece, move thing again, solve more, finish puzzle. This shrine probably comes closer to older Zelda design than any other shrine. Also, try saying older Zelda design 3 times fast. But it being loathed because it's associated with motion controls is disappointing. Luckily, this shrine is pretty easy to solve without any crazy glitches and without motion controls. You can actually just open the chest from the side. Rota O is a good example of a shrine that handles structural changes like this without motion controls. And the final shrine, Joloo Nah, actually has the best apparatus in the game. It's the first one. Charging the box's nipples, I know what I said, is actually kind of fun. It kind of makes me sad that you can just skip this one by shooting a shock arrow at it. The middle section is just kind of whatever, it's a basic wind puzzle. But it is arguably the easiest apparatus to use, just a simple rotation. Akvoquat is the sister to this puzzle. And the final box with fire is just Ruko Mog Shrine again. But that shrine handled it better and is a good example of how they could have avoided motion controls. All of these cube-type puzzles could have been a variation on that idea. When the concept of motion controls is removed from all of these, they become regular Zelda challenges. Regular shrines easily comparable to other shrines. And I would have loved to have seen more challenges like these. Not the motion controls. Nintendo, please stop. You're upsetting the children.
Stop! Stop! He's already dead!
Now, if you're actually having trouble with these shrines, here's a tip. Lay the controller switch flat down on a table before you start the apparatus. The pitch and yaw is set to 0 and is based on how your controller is when you start. If sideways when you start, it's gonna be a lot more complicated. So, having it in a mechanically sound position makes these extremely easy. And just do small mechanical movements. Treat them like the toys they are. But don't hate these shrines because of the horrible decisions of their parent, because I can guarantee we're going to see more motion control garbage in Tears of the Kingdom. Try and look past the bad gimmicks at the design itself. Believe it or not, these can be fun. Did I change anyone's mind about this? Is anyone going to give these a second chance? Probably not. People really like to be angry on the internet. This is the biggest reason why these were not part of my worst shrine in Breath of the Wild video. Beyond the motion controls, they are well-designed challenges. Nintendo just dropped the ball hard requiring motion controls. Just let us turn them off next time, okay? But since we've got that out of the way, what is your least favorite shrine in Breath of the Wild that isn't motion controlled, and why? Let me know in the comments. The why is important. Just yelling Bakala or Bikakik bad isn't very stimulating conversation. Oh, and subscribe or something. I'm gonna go back to breaking stuff now.